this video of you, and you spoke about your teammate Claire and how you used to put up shots just to beat her, and she gave you this great motivation. What will you say to that young Sarah in that gym today?
Yeah, I think it's just understanding that you never know what you can do, and so if you just give it your all and give it your best shot, that you can do anything in life. And as long as I try my hardest, I'm not so much worried about the outcome because I know that I'm going to give it my all.
Next question will come from your right, all the way in the back, last row.
Congratulations, first of all. Second of all, I just want to know if there was a moment or, in your high school, college career where it went from like a hobby or something you were passionate about to something you started treating, almost like a full-time job, like a pro, that got to where you are now, or if it was just more gradual.
Yeah, I've loved basketball since I was 6 years old. So when I got into high school and started getting recruited by colleges, I knew that I wanted to play at the next level, and I knew that I wanted to play basketball for as long as I could. When I was in 8th grade, I had a knee injury that could have taken me away from the game of basketball. And so for me at 13 years old, I couldn't run for 9 months, and I was out for a whole year or over a year. And so for me to even be able to step on the floor, it means the world to me. And so I'm just so grateful that I just have the opportunity to continue playing, and I just love it so much that I knew that I wanted to play as long as I could.
Next question, second row, center, just to your left.
Hi. You had a 45 piece in the NCAA tournament. Now, obviously scoring 45 in just any game, that's hard enough, but doing it at that level is even crazier. The average human being is not going to drop a 45-point game in their life. Describe what it was like being locked into that zone.
Yeah, it was surreal. I mean, that game, like I said in the press conference after that game, was it was one of the best women's basketball games I think anyone has ever watched. It was so good for the sport. It was so good for just women's basketball itself. And so it was one of those moments where after the game I was like, wow, I really didn't realize that I scored 45 points. I think one of my coaches came up to me after and said, I don't think you understand what you just put on and what you just did. And it just made me kind of just be so grateful that I was even in that position and that I had the opportunity to have such a great game like that. But 45 points doesn't come from me. I mean, I had to have people passing me the ball. I had to have people creating opportunities, like Aaliyah Nye. She's one of my teammates. She's the best shooter in the country, in my opinion. And if people were to come off of her, I was going to hit her the shot. So it gave me an ability to get downhill and get to the rim. So if I didn't have teammates like that on my team, that 45 would never be there. If I didn't have coaches that love me and support me and always encourage me, that 45 would never be there. So yes, it was in my name, 45, but I take it as an Alabama thing for me.
Are you going to top that in the W?
I'm not gonna say. I don't know. that would be very hard. There's amazing defenders in the W, and I would just be so grateful to just even be on the floor.
Of course. Thank you.
Next question, second row, center.
Congratulations, Sarah. Now that you're in LA, you're going to be around a bunch of players that all have very interesting style, and especially with sneakers. You have Chelsea with Under Armour, or Curry also, Cam with New Balance. What can we expect to see you wearing? I feel like we see where Kobe's usually. What can you bring to the W?
Yeah, I mean, I'll see what they wear and maybe try on some of their stuff and just go from there. I mean, I love the Kobe shoe. I've always worn it. But for me, I think it's just like you said, my new teammates, they have all these shoes that I'm lucky that I even get to be a part of that with them. And so I'm really looking forward to their style and seeing what kind of shoes they wear.
All right, I want to go to Zoom for one. Jordan, if you would, please.
Hello, Jordan from Television Sports. Congrats on getting drafted. I guess just talk about how excited you are to, play alongside players like Erica, Kelsey, and Rakia in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, all three of those players are just amazing players. I'm so blessed and so lucky that I get to do that. I played against Rakia when I was in the SEC for about 4 years, and so I know how hard she works. I know how great of a player she is, and then she's also such a great person. And then the other two, I'm just really excited to get to know them, be around them. But it's just about learning from them because they have experience. They're more experienced than me, and so I'm just so grateful and lucky that I have those people to learn from.
Sarah, thank you. Thank you very much. All set.